Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently working on building upgrades, and once we get zoomed in here, we're actually getting really close to getting this done. Let's get mechas, farms, and fields upgrading, and I would like to go back to expansion fairly soon. We'll need to make some money before we're ready to do that, but we're going to be really close here. We did just lose our marshal. Okay, well we'll put in a new marshal. There we go. Also, I am noticing that the game seems to be running a bit slowly. I just started it up, like literally just now. So hopefully it smooths out over the next little bit. If not, I'll try restarting it again. Maybe we've got some Stellaris-isms going on there. But if I recall correctly, the problem before was the Byzantine Empire, but not anymore. I'm not sure what's going on right now, but it seems to be smoothing out, so that's great. We're going to hop on down and spend what gold we can. Of course she's our daughter. I'm sure no one else would lie about that. Fantastic. So we are apparently having this Caliph escape. This Caliph. This one's us, of course. That's all fine. No, this is too expensive. We don't want to spend money on saving any of these court artifacts. That is fine. Rope walks constructing in Bisha. Wonderful. And we'll continue to upgrade. Abdullah has returned. I don't know why we're getting this very fancy notification for that. He's just a random courtier. A lowborn. Okay, sure. We did just have the Ferris of the Lion succeed. So we should definitely take a look here to see, first off, can we restore the worthiest of the Ferris? No. As a secondary question, checking through all of these successors. Wali Jabir of Usfan. Okay. We'll need to make him be a knight. Where's he at? I don't even know what this is sorted by. I really wish that this was streamlined a little bit. That would be really nice. Let's see if we can find him. Here he is. Fantastic. So we'll put him in as the successor here. I don't suppose we can restore accolades yet. No, not for another year. Okay, that seems fine. So we're going to continue to build up in Medina. We'll get a camelry going there. What else can we construct? Well, we're actually getting... Oh, wow, this county is maxed out. Okay, so that's our first county to be fully maxed out with all holdings maxed. I love it. That's great. This ransom is acceptable. Yep, we'll take the gold from both of those. Beautiful. We can get more blacksmith upgrades going, of course. An artifact? No. Why would we give you our artifact? Get out of here. We'll get a blacksmith upgrade going. A conscription centers in Yanbu, of course. And we have a stewardship perk available. So what do we get here? Golden aplomb? Okay. I would have preferred at any cost, but that is, of course, the next one. Over here in Yanbu, we'll get a watchtower going. Fantastic. This ransom is acceptable, as is this one. Beautiful. So that's looking good. I want to get a hillside grazing land upgraded here. Perfect. And another one going. Excellent. We're making over 800 gold per month right now, and that's okay. Why did the game just pause? I did not do that. Like, I'm not even touching the keyboard right now. My hand was actually on the microphone. That's very strange. We'll proceed ticking forward, and I guess we'll see if there's any more ghost pauses. The Panther of Kulais has had a succession, so we should definitely check in on a successor here. We cannot do that. Oh, Watch. Okay, Watch is a potential successor here. So where is Watch in all of this? Presumably in here somewhere. Maybe. Would have been faster to go from the top, it seems. You know, this is actually sorted by prowess. We could actually utilize that. So we know that he's skill 32 prowess. So he's probably pretty high up on this list. Oh, it's not sorted by prowess? Never mind. It's not sorted by prowess. Wonderful. Well, here he is. Okay, so we'll force him... For some reason, I thought that this was sorted by prowess. It looked like it was, but I think it's actually sorted by something else. I have no idea what, but there we go. It's not alphabetical. It's not prowess. It's not rank. I have no idea what it's sorted by. But that's irrelevant. We managed to find the people that we needed. That's great. I do want to upgrade our stables up over this way. And taking a look through this county, it's getting closer. We could definitely build the stables here. We need a guild upgrade over this way. K-Bar just finished up its construction, though. And building in K-Bar is, of course, more important. So we'll hop over to K-Bar. We also finished up in Tihama. We'll get to that in a moment. This is actually maxed. Never mind. So over in Tihama, what do we have here? Oh, we've got quite a number of upgrades that we can do. Cool. We'll get cattle pastures going. Of course, Bisha has a long ways to go since we just changed over some of these buildings. Powder houses in Taif. Okay, we could definitely use an upgrade here. We can extort subjects, and so we shall. Now, where are my loyal subjects? And don't worry, I'll have everyone pay. So we're going to grab a caravanserai in Taif. Wonderful. We'll see how that situation develops with the hybridization. We don't really care exactly. So we're going to upgrade blacksmiths over here. Perfect. We're definitely getting a lot closer to having this be maxed out. But it's not there yet. It's really close. Let's get an upgrade going here. We finished our permanent barracks in Waj. Is this maxed? Oh no, it's not. It's nowhere even close to maxed. So I would like to get blast furnaces upgrading, but all of these are like raw gold, and this is a percentage gold increase. So really we should go raw gold first, right? And then the percentage gold increase. Wow, that costs 3,000. Okay, 3,000 is a lot of gold. I'm going to throw that out there. 3,000 is an insane amount of gold. They've definitely made these high-level upgrades a wee bit more expensive, but they're also better. Right? Like, a lot better. I think it's probably a wash. We just found standing armies, or discovered standing armies, I should say. So next we go for probably, since Renaissance Sod is coming in, that's a good one. We probably go for court officials for the domain limit, followed by rightful ownership and ermine cloaks, which we don't really care too much about. But we are almost maxed in technology in 1283. That's kind of insane. We can grab at any cost here, and we can sell our titles. We'll draw writs of honor. Fantastic. And yes, we are in a stressful situation. Cool. No, we're not going to convert to Catholicism. Actually, being athletic isn't a bad thing, so we'll do that. Ah, shameful behavior. How rude. Grain silos constructed in Mecca, of course, and we're going to continue to work on upgrading our caravanserai here. We just discovered Renaissance Thought. That's great. Now, this guy gets an unpressed claim. Okay, whatever. I'm sure he'll do grand and glorious things with that. Advanced breeders up in Medina will... Actually, this is really close to being done. It is actually fully upgraded at this juncture. So that is wonderful. I'm very, very pleased about that. That actually means, with the exception of this camelry, that Medina is fully upgraded. Let's get this camelry going now. So we know that Medina is done, and we know that Herat Rahat are both done. So that's great. Up in K-Bar, we've got a little ways to go yet. So we'll build a blacksmith here. This ransom, we absolutely accept. 50 gold? Yes, please. So how far are we right now from Avaricious? We're actually making our way through this tree very quickly. Yeah, this is going really, really well. And court officials are going to be done in 7 years, and ermine cloaks in 8 years. Cool. We just finished up a convert faith mission, so we'll get another one of those going. Cool. And demand artifact? Get out of here. That's not going to happen. So we need to upgrade the guild here. We'll get that going. We have a number of upgrades to do in the Mosque of Bada. Yeah, just generally, Waj has a ways to go. Okay. So that's all fine. Just generally, we need a lot of gold to throw up here. That's for sure. Our Chancellor is dead. Long live our Chancellor. I put this guy in. He's skill 30 and a powerful vassal. Seems good enough. I would love to get this caravanserai going next, and we'll have enough on the next month tick. So let's just wait on that. I'd love to get this expenditure out of the way and making us money. So that'll be great. Corrals in Tihama. Okay, sure. Sins of the father, indeed. I don't want anything to do with that. So down in Tihama, we're going to need a lot of gold here again. This is a little less expensive, 28.68 down this way. But we'll probably go for like one of these, right? So even that's 2 month ticks away. However, Tihama is getting close to being maxed out. We are not going to spend gold on a fish pond. Get out of here. Who is this? Irrelevant. No, get out of here. Cool. So we want to get an upgrade going over here relatively as quick as possible. We'll get this trade port going. 82 development. What is our development in Mecca? Out of curiosity. 90. Wow. Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And it's growing by 3.3 still. Amazing. We're probably going to get that maxed out. Actually, I take that back. We're definitely going to get that maxed out before the end of the game. That is certainly going to happen. We just had a successor for the Silver Hand, and we're going to need to take a look through these ransoms. This is fine. This is fine. This is not so fine. So that's okay. I do want to get the Silver Hand set up with a proper successor here. We would need to seek a worthy successor, and we can probably restore accolades at this point, right? We don't fulfill the requirements. We know we're not on cooldown for that. So is this indicating that there is somebody who fulfills this requirement, but we just can't appoint it? Weird. Very weird. So what would we be looking for? Stalwart and Charmer? Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that. However, we should definitely increase the size of our men-at-arms. That is definitely something that we should work towards. We can increase these by a kind of crazy amount. So size 24 for our Mubarazun. We're going to need some gold to get this all done. Oh, it just dropped down to 18. We lost our accolade, didn't we? We did. The Silver Hand. We just had a succession there, too. Huh. That's a little awkward. I don't suppose now we can restore accolades. Okay, now we can. Beautiful. So we're definitely going to do that, and I guess we'll get one of these back. So while we're waiting on that, we can work on our Armored Horsemen, bumping them up to size 22. This guy can be appointed as the Silver Hand. That's absolutely wonderful. We will certainly do that. So we'll appoint this guy as the Silver Hand, and as successor, well, we can't seek a worthy accolade successor yet, so hopefully he doesn't die for a while. Cool. We can now bring these Mubarazun on up to size 24. This ransom is not acceptable because she is our vassal. Not acceptable. Not acceptable. Okay, so next up is, of course, bringing up the Armored Horsemen. There we go, up to size 22. This guy can be appointed as the Silver Hand now. Apparently that was still being searched for. Interesting. So Param is who we would need to make be a knight. Where might we find Param here? It really feels like this is sorted by prowess, right? And he was prowess 12. And here he is. I guess it's just until we get up here where it's no longer sorted by prowess. But down below it is. Interesting. So that is noted. We decline this. We decline this. We decline this. And we decline this. Now we do see this dangerous faction. I want to bump up our bombards a bit here. Let's take a look at what's going on here. An independence faction? That seems ambitious. That seems very ambitious, actually. We might want to allow that to fire, just to squash it. That might not be a terrible idea. For the time being, I want to continue to bump up our men-at-arms strength. So we'll get our pikemen brought up to size 22. And our bombards up to size 22. So there's all of our men-at-arms set up correctly, except that we need one additional men-at-arm regiment, right? We can get up to 10 now. So what do we want? We've got 3 Mubarazun, we've got 2 armored horsemen, we've got 2 pikemen, and we've got 2 bombards. I'm leaning towards bombards. I feel like we do enough damage. Like, in terms of counters, we counter spearmen and heavy infantry. We counter archers. We counter light cavalry, heavy cavalry, camel cavalry, and elephant cavalry. So what don't we counter? We don't counter skirmishers. So maybe we could bring in some, like, not even light horsemen. What counters skirmishers? Spearmen, spearmen, spearmen archers, spearmen heavy infantry. All of those things. All the cavalry stuff. I guess bowmen do. So we could go with, like, 1 unit of crossbowmen just to counter skirmishers. I think that makes sense, actually. Do we have a good station point for them? That is a question that must be asked. 119 in Yanbu. 115 over here. But these are all already filled up. So I actually think we're going to disband these, and I think we're going to say we're strong enough in our men-at-arms fighting levels. We're just going to go for bombards to siege even faster. And the question then becomes, well, where do we want to station it? Well, obviously, the answer to that is going to be, like, potentially Bisha, since we've got a workshop there. Yeah, we'll do that. That'll be absolutely fine. We'll station you over in Bisha. And we'll, of course, work these on up. We're going to need to go to 22. This ransom is unacceptable even. We are above our vassal limit, and we'll deal with that as soon as we get another month tick here. I want to get these bombards done. It also bears noting that as far as the archers go, we don't have any acclaimed knights that are set up for that. So I really do think that we're better off with bombards. We can grab ourselves the Avaricious perk, and we will certainly do that. We're now making 837 gold. Okay. And these guys can send their ultimatum in 12 months, and we're actually happy for them to do that. Okay, there's our bombards maxed at this point, and our men-at-arms are way stronger than they've ever been in the past. Yes, showing this guy in his 780 gold. Beautiful. So we're above our vassal limit, and is there anything that we can just directly hand out? Well, yes, but nothing de jure. So let's take a look in locations like down here. We can simply move some of these vassals over so that we don't have county-level vassals under us. And then we could move... This lady's pretty weak. We could definitely move in here this vassal. Okay, so that gives us a stress level because we're greedy, but that is absolutely fine. Okay, so we're deliberately allowing this independence faction to fire. And it's going to be this guy up here. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. I do want to continue to work on constructions. So we're getting close to being done over here. Bisha is going to need to continue to work up his workshops. Now that we have men-at-arms stationed there, that becomes quite important. And our legacies. What do we want to go for here? That's an interesting question. Kin is maybe not a bad idea. Let's go for bounteous loins for now. That'll give us fertility. This will be child opinion, medium boost to health, and spouse opinion as well. Fewer complications during pregnancy. Sounds good. Close family opinion. Yeah. And then that graceful aging seems interesting. That definitely seems interesting. So, we're incredibly powerful at this point. That's for sure. Yeah, these are degrading. That's all to be expected. I want to come through and continue to get constructions going here. Taif is now actually maxed out. And if we do this, this entire county is now maxed. Is it not? It is. Perfect. So we now know that this county, and this county are all maxed. Beautiful. We're making solid progress here. Ah, the Panther of Kulais has succeeded. That's always very sad. And we need to put in another... We already have a successor here? Hang on. Was it the Silver Hand? We can't seek another successor there just yet. Interesting. I guess they just automatically got a successor? Odd. Very odd indeed. We're going to upgrade our camelry here. That is fine. There's a lot still to be upgraded in Mecca. No doubt about that. Up here in Yanbu, we could certainly use a trade port. A disillusioned faction. Okay. This independence faction can send their ultimatum in 4 months. Dry docks have been built in Tihama, so we definitely want to come down over here and upgrade something over here next. I think the corrals are the cheapest. We'll get that going, but then we're going to have to pivot over towards dealing with this faction. Now, I don't want to deal with it politically. I'm deliberately choosing to fight these guys. So we know that this guy is going to be the faction leader. So let's raise up our men-at-arms here, as well as some levy troops. We'll get these preemptively raising. Beautiful. Cattle ranches have been constructed in Yanbu. I mean, I'd love to continue building over here in Yanbu. No doubt about that. We are lacking cash for it right now. 2,000 and 3,000. Okay, we'll get the barracks going. Cool. And here's the independence demand. We will not be threatened. So we'll rally the troops. How many does he actually have? Allegedly 300,000? Okay, fair enough. For right now, we're going to split off the majority of these levy troops. Okay, this is going to be a very tedious process. We're going to split off enough to be reasonably threatening. I just don't want to stop gathering at this moment, so that's fine. I want to select our men-at-arms, and they're going to head out over here as well. Beautiful. So we'll get all of these forces grouped together. And these sieges are going to go incredibly fast. 10 days on this siege. Beautiful. We'll see what we get out of this, and we're going to head northward and look to intercept some of these forces. We're going to bring these guys up once they're done gathering. That's going to be in 30 days. Sure. Sounds good. So we're going to stack wipe a couple of these units here. Okay. So we're apparently sieging here. They're walking in here. I'm going to allow them to lock into this. And now I'm going to split off a siege force. Bombards, 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 and a few units of levy. We'll go for 20k levy. The rest of our forces are going to go fight them over here. Beautiful. And we're going to go bring in our reinforcements. Excellent. Oh, what's happening here? Wow, the game just completely froze for a moment there, and then literally nothing happened. Oh, okay. Sure. I guess that's fine. Well, we're going to fight up over here, and we'll easily win that. I'm actually expecting this to stack wipe with how ridiculous our stats are. And yeah, it does indeed stack wipe. Our stats are insane for combat. And this is why I'm saying we don't need additional combat stats. Additional siege is, I think, far more valuable. So, the nearest enemy armies are a ways away. Okay, sure. We'll pay the royal court a visit. Get out of here with all these artifacts, though. Your liege is paying for our carpet. And we'll speak well of it. Cool. Okay, so we're going to group these guys together, and I'd like to make our way out over this direction. Cannot pan. There we go. Cool. Yeah, I'd like to come fight these forces. They're walking away from us. I don't know how realistic it is that we're going to go after them. But for the time being, we're definitely making good war score progress here. Do we debase the coinage here? It's 100% chance. We'll gain stress, and that's level 2 stress. We're just going to go for a ride. We have regular walking routes, which is bad for our hostile scheme resistance. But that's okay. Cool. So we're going to finish up these sieges down over here. I'm wondering where their armies have gone. They're walking this direction. Walking all the way through that is going to take us through quite a lot of attrition, and that's heavy attrition. Let's come down this way instead and see if we can intercept this merc force. We'll see how that ends up going. Yeah, looks like we do catch them there. Perfect. So we get at least something out of that. We get a stack wipe there, and I'd like to head up this direction. If they're coming back northward, I want to fight them. Oh, wow. Merc force is coming in on us over here, where we're sieging. Awkward. Well, we're going to get this siege done very quickly. This is why we went for 20k troops here, so we just have too many for things like this to be able to handle. So that's absolutely fine. We're going to come on down over this direction. The real problem, though, is that we're just not getting a ton of war score out of any of this. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty hefty. I guess we'll start up a slow siege here, and yeah, we're fighting this merc force, which is mildly awkward. But we do currently have... Oh, we became a saint. Cool. We do currently have his entire territory occupied. So, I mean, we do siege incredibly quickly. There's no doubt about that. We also have a perk available. We'll take cutting cornerstones. These forces down here are interesting to go after, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to come down this way. We're at 86% war score right now. We're definitely sieging way faster than they are. No doubt about that. These are crazy fast sieges, right? That's absolutely insane how quickly we can siege. We actually don't have this castle. I must have missed that one. We're at 92 right now. This siege could theoretically end it. And it did. Beautiful. War is over. We'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. Cool. So no problem whatsoever there. Now it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to invest this gold that we made over the course of that, although that's not going to take very long. And we'll think about maybe going back to war pretty soon here. I'm definitely feeling the itch. Ooh, look at that income. That is nice. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Rogue Corvid, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kintogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.